What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Off the Rails, a recovery podcast dedicated to ending the stigma of addiction through open discussion on all things recovery related. My name is Mark. With me always is Dave, otherwise known as 1VW7DB.
Oh, you know what that was from? I was doing a Zoom call with my buddies, and I entered that as my name. Like that was the password for the meeting.
Okay.
Changed it.
And today we're shooting the sober shit.
Yes, man.
Jared's doing a side job today, guys.
Now, Mark, wasn't it just an episode or two ago he said no more side jobs?
It's he says that a lot.
I mean, he's not here to defend himself, so I know he's got a wedding coming up and it's not cheap.
And he's a busy man.
You get it. So I'm just kind of poking fun. We love Jared.
Yeah. Just love you, Jared. Keep making that moolah, baby.
Someone's got to make that money, baby.
Yeah. We got some expenses here, buddy, and it's all on you.
Yeah. Not built to you.
Yeah. All right, dude. How was your week?
It was good, man. Yeah, kind of busy, just doing now that work's over. And so, like I said, that last episode, I had that golf weekend in Michigan there, met my buddies, and it was awesome. Great time. Because I mentioned to them, like, I was cool with them, drinking, and if they want to have some like beers at the golf course or like beers at dinner. I knew they were going to be respectful and not get like hammered and stuff at night or whatever. And like I said before, the one guy doesn't even drink, and the other two, I think it helps too. Like, they're my age, so they've kind of grown up as well. And so like they didn't drink at all weekend. And the one night, the one buddy had a margarita at dinner, and we went to a Mexican restaurant, and he even asked me in the car on the way there, he's like, "Oh, hey man, you mind if I'm like, I told you, hey, go ahead." And I think I don't even know. I don't think he really enjoyed it because he kind of wanted me to do it. We're celebrating our 40th and whatever. So that was super cool, man. It was like just played some good golf, and we played golf. I don't know if it was good golf, but some shots were all right. So we did that a couple of the days, and then we did that escape room on the Saturday, which was wicked. I can't wait. I'm kind of happy I did it, so I have a little bit of an idea when I'm with you.
Yeah, I've got one escape room in the books, so I'm kind of like looking forward and going in with like, you kind of have a better idea.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So they're a lot of fun, man. I mean, if you haven't done one and you're looking for something to do, something a little different, I recommend it. It's a good time. So,
did you guys finish?
We did, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we finished in like 40. So there was actually ended up being like two rooms. So we're in one room, and then we thought we were done after 20 minutes. We're like, oh, that's kind of lame. Yeah. And then it turns out we weren't. Like the bookcase opened up, and then there was another room, and so it took us another 20 some minutes, and it was fun. It was fun. Maybe I'll put my picture up of to take like a mug shot of you, and then it says released after when you get out.
Sick.
Put that up. Yeah, it was pretty. I did my hair I tried to make it like a really criminal looking picture. So
yeah. Like my ID.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a lot of people's ID, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then really cool on Sunday, I got back, I had practice, and then met with a buddy that I haven't seen in a long time, who just got back from treatment center in Toronto, and had reached out. So we had a coffee and shot the shit for like an hour and a half, and it was cool. So I got a guy in the Sioux that I know is sober and trying to stay in recovery, and we can kind of maybe get together every so often and just know that you got that support there close by. So that's nice too. And awesome. It's a really small world. Maybe we get into that story some other time. I don't know if we want to really divulge the small world aspect of it?
Oh, we can.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is
Yeah.
a crazy story, guys.
You explain it. You explain
Yeah.
it.
So my buddy messages me. It's like, holy shit, Mark. He's like, your buddy's name's Dave, right? I'm like, yep. He's like, you wouldn't believe what happened. And then he goes, he's like, there's a guy here at Treatment who was talking about how his friend got a podcast. And he's like, my friend got a podcast. Turns out, guys, same podcast,
Yeah.
different friends.
Crazy. And the crazy part, they're both in Toronto, and like my buddy's from small town Northern Ontario. Your buddy's small town, way East Coast.
Yeah.
Like we both went to an Ottawa, which is like
Yeah.
kind of random as well, right? Like that kind of tie with your mom being there, and like I had no ties to that area really, so it's just kind of yeah,
chances.
pretty interesting, pretty small world. Boom, mine.
Well,
So maybe whenever they're ready, I mean, maybe we can have the two of them on, and we can all chat. It'd be kind of cool.
that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah. So
yeah, two great dudes. Fuck yeah, that'd be sweet.
yeah.
And they watch our episodes. So fucking shout out to all you guys trying to get better, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I always find it like when someone's like, because he said he watches or whatever, and then like I never really think like they've watched more than one, you know. I always just kind of assume they've checked it out.
Yeah.
But then when they say like they mentioned someone they watched or like part of an episode, I'm like, oh, okay, so you actually kind of do watch. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Makes it worthwhile. So yeah, and currently I'm in Barrie at my buddy Jason's, maybe our biggest supporter. And
shout out Jason. The boys played a little prank on me earlier. It was pretty good. So guys, like I'll send Dave the login for Zoom, right? And so I send it over to him, and then just I've never met like Jason before, so I don't know what this guy looks like. I do now, but don't know what he looks like. So like this random guy just pops up on the screen. I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck? And yeah, it's Jason. So shout out Jason. They got me pretty good.
Yeah. So got that going on down to Toronto, and then hit the plane to go visit my man.
Woohoo! I'm excited, man. It's gonna be a good week.
Yeah, me too. Really looking forward to it.
Oh man, I didn't even have my light on.
It's some light going on in there.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There we go. Now we can see you. How's your week been?
Man, it's been good. I don't know if I talked about this last episode, but last week at the soup kitchen, within a span of 5 minutes, someone got arrested and someone overdosed.
Oh, no way. No.
So, did I not mention this to you?
No.
Okay. So yeah, that happened and I like watched it, and that was really tough, man. It was like, it bothered me. And like that whole day I was rotted, and I didn't know why. And then like I kind of sat down and I reflected, and I was like, obviously that's what it was, Mark. It's kind of like a traumatic 7:20 in the morning thing to have happen.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
So that kind of like for a couple of days I was just like shook about it, but then I became like super grateful. I went and I shared about it at my NA meeting. I was saying how, I'm grateful because really those are the two places that I was heading. Was either, I was getting arrested, or I was gonna die.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it was like I took it as like a start taking recovery, like continue to dig deep with recovery type thing. Not to like selfishly take that as a sign for myself, but I'm grateful for where I'm to. And when I started thinking about how grateful I am to be here instead of those two spots, my week turned right around, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, not awesome that it happened for those people, but
awesome you can take a positive out of it.
Yeah, and able to reflect on it and have that self-awareness too, right? Like,
yeah,
obviously that happening. I mean, obviously you wouldn't be at a soup kitchen working and doing this if you were still using, but those thoughts wouldn't have ever entered your brain that those are the two places you're heading.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If like you saw that happen, you wouldn't be able to like internalize that or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
And other than that, school's going good.
Yeah. How was
Gym's going good. Drugs in the Brain, Adolescence and Addiction, both great courses. Enjoying that a lot.
are you liking one more than the other? Are you like enjoying both of them, but you find one more interesting?
Yeah, man. And I honestly, it's opposite of what I expected
Oh, really?
so far. Like I've finding, basically like I've been finding adolescence and addiction so fascinating because like how we develop as adolescents affects us so much as humans, right? And then when you throw drug use into that as adolescents, like up to 24 years of age, it kind of hinders that development in many different ways. So, right. So if you're like, this is kind of what I was like internalizing the other day and thinking about. It's like if I started using to like emotionally, I didn't develop probably properly, let's say. And I started using to like numb those emotions, then that development never continues.
Right.
Type thing. So you kind of got to go back and do work on that like emotional development.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right.
Kind of makes it kind of makes sense on like I don't remember which guest we had on that kind of said that too, right? It was like you kind of go back to how you were. I was like a 14-year-old, like you haven't really evolved.
Yeah.
That was more of a generalization, but you're more like being specific on like a certain aspect of your development, right?
Yeah. So like I guess if you're looking like to treat it or whatever, knowing how someone developed as an adolescent can be beneficial. So you can be like, well, this is what how we're going to treat it, right?
Right.
So I've been finding that really interesting. And yeah, in the course of Drugs in the Brain, I got to write this is a funny project. It's like a project on a song. So list out 4 songs, and one song's like Because I Got High by Afro Man. Who's the other song by? It's called I Love Cocaine. And then like Alcohol by, I want to say Brad Paisley, maybe.
Like any kind of song?
Yeah. So basically, I think that's who it's by. I'll have to confirm this list for you. But you got to write it and then talk about if the song lyrics match what actually is occurring when you're taking said drug.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel like it might be triggering if I do the I Love Cocaine song.
Can you pick one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick one.
Yeah. So
and you have to what? You have to listen to it?
You have to listen to it, interpret the lyrics, and discuss if how the lyrics describe the drug or the drug is accurate to what it's actually like.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Very bizarre project.
I think for us, like that Afro Man song is like such a like stereotypical. That's what happens when you get high. Is just like lazy. You want to eat. You want to like just procrastinate, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty true, I think. But I just wanted to sleep a lot.
Yeah, I did too from my experience with like pot.
Yeah, I never like.
But I also know people who like love getting baked and cleaning.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Man, I find like I love country.
Weird project.
What's that?
It's going to be a weird project.
Yeah. I love country. I love country music, and I'm kind of thankful that my brain's kind of not great with music. Like I don't really hear a lot of the lyrics or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really pick them up. Like, so, because every once in a while I'll be listening to a song and it's like talking about alcohol, or whatever. Like that. There's that one song that's out that's like beer in one hand and a beer in the other, or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
Have you heard that one? You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Anyways, it just talks about like, what the hell is it called? It's like, on one hand, I want to have a beer. On the other, I do too. That's not how it goes.
Okay.
Anyway, and
Yeah.
I just don't really like pick up on it. And like, until I hear it, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be listening to this.
Yeah.
I'll turn it. But
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I agree. I gotta change songs a lot nowadays.
just gonna put Jake Lacoste on.
Oh yeah. Should have
Jake.
Yeah, the song Coco by OT Genesis came on my playlist the other day, and I was like, nope.
Yeah. That's not the thing I'm bad with, is like who sings what songs and like song titles.
Yeah.
So brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
today's episode, Dave, was sweet.
Yeah.
Or
Shane.
Thursday's episode, I swear.
Yeah, this past Thursday. Shane Vikto.
Yeah. Awesome. I was having a conversation with Rebecca earlier. She's like, this guy reminds me a bit of you, Mark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And like just like some of the things he would say. And I was just like, yeah, I don't think me and him could be friends because I think we would feed off each other.
Yeah.
In a terrible way.
Like maybe now it'd be all right.
Yeah.
No?
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like,
I'm interested to get her feedback on it. I mean, I know she probably always loves our interviews, but a female perspective on, because because you were listening to it today. I know you obviously already listened to it, but you were like saying how much you liked it, and then I got a message from a guy that I haven't talked to in a while who's like, "Man, I fucking love this episode," and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome," but I know he swears a lot in like the language sometimes, so I didn't know if there's guys in general that don't like swearing too, but females potentially, I don't know, find it offensive or whatever.
Yeah, I think so, man. And I think what I really liked about it, man, is how raw it is. You know what I'm saying? And he's just like unapologetically him.
And that's what I kind of like about what we've done with our guests. It's like, if you want to be serious, like it's your way to want to tell it. And he kind of asked at the start of the interview, and it's like, no, like just be you.
Your way. It's your story to tell.
Exactly. Kind of get it out there how you want. Like, I don't want you to tone it down and whatever, but
yeah. And I don't think that's how you should tell your story.
Yeah. I know what, and I know what, towards the start, like when I was cutting it, I was like, maybe because he was talking about back in the 80s and 90s and like not being wanted to being called certain words. And I'm like, should I leave those in or not? But that, it's not like he was calling someone that.
Yeah. He said those are things.
It's like, that's how it was back then. And like, I remember that. Like,
I do too, man.
So it's just kind of, it's not like he's using them derogatory towards someone or anything. It's just kind of unapologetically telling how it is.
He was, man. I every now and again something happens with someone sharing their story, and it just throws me just like, holy shit. And it's happened a couple times through these episodes where he talks about how he stabbed that dude.
Oh yeah.
And it just came up like, he's just like, and that's what happened. I'm like,
were you ever like not in anything maybe that serious, but like
I guess a couple fights or whatever, but
in a situation that could have gone south and potentially been like that?
Yeah, I think so. But I'm glad it never.
Yeah.
Very thankful to be here today.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nothing like that. Nothing that extreme.
Yeah.
But almost this morning though. Some guy did walk in with a knife this morning.
Some guy did?
Oh yeah.
That's like out or just like in his pocket?
In his hand. Just like,
oh really?
Yeah. I'm like, bro, you can't come in here with that. He's like, no, man. And then he just tucked it in his jacket. I'm like, I just watched you talking to your jacket. Still can't come in.
Like, no, you can't have it on your person. You can.
Yeah. No, you could tuck it
Definitely
in your
can't
bag.
hold it in your hand, but
Yeah. Like you'd be. Yeah, it was pretty. It was a little bit much today.
yeah.
Transition away from the Shane's episode, but yeah, I forgot about that. It's pretty crazy.
It's got to be kind of like nerve wracking. You don't really know what's up with,
or what's going through someone's head, and they just
yeah,
like,
yeah. Shane, yeah, but Shane's episode, man, he made me laugh, and I think that's important too, right? Like kind of like we said, if you want to be serious, like awesome, like, but, and we know it's a serious subject matter, but being able to kind of like not take yourself too serious at times when you're telling it and have a laugh is like, it's good for the soul too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, he's a good dude, man. I liked him. And
yeah.
I'm gonna order some tea.
Are you?
I am.
I checked out the website. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, did you look at it or?
I'm gonna bring it up right now so I don't butcher the name when I shout it out, because I did that with Christopher's when I shouted out his.
Did you? What did you say?
I said keep coming back Canada, but it's keepcomingback.ca.
Oh, okay.
So I want to apologize, Christopher. Sorry, buddy. It's keepcomingback.ca, guys. Beat myself up a lot about that.
Was he hurt? Did he say something to you, or you just?
No, he never. I just picked it up.
Oh yeah. I know what it is.
You got it?
Now I'm nervous. I don't want to say it wrong.
I think it's called Boston and the Brit
Tea Company.
Tea Company.
Yeah. But the website is linked on his episode. So just watch the episode, check out the description, and website's right there for you.
There you go. That's the best way to shout it out. Yeah, I'm getting some.
Yeah.
You should too.
Yeah. You know what else I found too? When he talks about when he comes back from the army and that kind of loss of direction he had and like no feeling of purpose, and I think that can be like, you can find yourself being a common thing when you're at any stage of your life, when you're kind of in that rut, whatever it is, and then you're just using and you don't really get out of that. Like you get kind of
stuck in it.
Yeah, stuck in it, more and more lost in the forest, and sometimes, and then you have a hard time getting out of that forest, maybe.
I gotta agree with you.
I think
the forest can get messy.
Yeah.
And very tough to get out.
And kind of what I mean by that is just people kind of like, you just gotta be careful with thinking that, because you're not 20 and you have a job or whatever, and like, just be careful not kind of get in those situations where you feel a little lost. It does happen at different ages and different stages of your life, and it's not just when you're 19, 20 and feeling like you have no direction. Like, it could be when you're 30, 38 years old.
Absolutely. 29.
Yeah. So anyway.
But that's a good point. I like that one.
Yeah. Should have saved that for, I need to do a Davy Doodle soon.
Oh, well, let me tell you, I got the whiteboard here for it.
Oh yeah, we'll do one when I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
It's pretty big.
Perfect.
Maybe
we can both do one.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I got my school links in the picture. And there we go. But yeah, shout out to Rebecca for that bad boy.
Yeah, that's sweet. Shout out Rebecca. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to meeting her and the little baby girl, Mila.
Oh yeah. They're excited to see you, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. Going to be awesome. What else, man? What else we got?
I got a whole lot, man. We got some great things coming up.
Yeah.
Lots of guests scheduled.
Yeah, we're not really as far ahead around this time, we kind of thought we'd be a couple weeks ahead. We had a couple cancellations due to, sickness and stuff like that with people. So
Yeah, just being a bit too funny sometimes.
I was being too funny.
And no, mostly people just, yeah, they're like, Mark and Dave, you're simply too funny. No, life happens to people and they cancel, and it's all part of it.
Yeah, no, it's and I kind of appreciate it sometimes. Like we had one guest cancel, and you know what, like it sucks or whatever. Like you kind of you're ready for it, but and like she was like she's just not in the right frame of mind, and like she didn't want to like half-ass it, and I appreciate that. Like she want to give us her full effort, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but
yeah.
So,
and man, it's a nerve like wrecking thing to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And like we're asking people to kind of just like open up about something super serious, and just, hey, I'm gonna share it so anyone can watch it. And
at any time, forever.
Yeah,
but cool with that.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Right, so yeah, I fully understand people canceling, man. It's a big leap to take.
Yeah, but we still got we're still rocking them. We're still good for this week coming up, and
in my experience, it's a great leap to take. Own your sobriety, and me and Dave are gonna have a lot of content for you coming soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome.
All right, buddy. Should we wrap this episode up?
Yeah, wrap it.
All right, guys. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please reach out and ask for help. As always, please like, subscribe, comment, and follow us on social media. Off the Rails Recovery. Thanks for listening.